Get your mats. If you're going to do some stretch outs, get your weights. If you're just going to lift some weights, line up. If you walk wall to wall, stand up. If you walk in place, that's it. Line up. If you walk wall to wall. Get your chair. If you're doing your chair exercises, jump on your bike. Oh, God, flag dog. Hit you now. I'm walking up. Yeah, y'all, yeah. Trying to save my feet and toes. Y'all know today, this evening, we're doing a 35-minute walk that will be into divided into 20 minutes and then 15, like that, and I'm just doing something with these cameras, y'all know, like, what you gonna do? As my daughter says, Mommy, if everything is crooked and stuff like that, that's what makes it look more like it's non-professional did it. I was like, okay. Thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share. Tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. Let's put this on E. See if I can get. Yeah, I'm trying to get this. Yeah! Thanks for coming back. I know the topic is unlife or if. But what I'm going to talk about is something that I wrote. Wasn't no man with her, so S.A. Now, I want to tell you something. When I went down into that cold region of this penal colony, which is the South, Oklahoma, woo, cold country. Oh, you see the dogs? I'm talking, and they barking. That's the neighbor dogs. That's the puppies. They ain't puppies no more. Anyway, so I didn't know. Oh, let me tell y'all this before we go. We shaking numbers tonight. I like hearing stuff that I'm doing, and I don't share everything with y'all. We only walk for 35 to 30 minutes. I can't put it all out there in that time. So, when I got down south with my grandmother's Southern Baptist cult, I was like, oh, to my cousins, come on, my girl cousins, let's get together, let's go to the beach. And they just looked at me. And I was like, so I went to my grandmother. She says, if your male cousins go with you, you can. Well, I didn't, that was something I didn't know. She said, because if you don't have a man with you, something would happen. Now, I just came back from being a 13-year-old running around 135th Street, Lenox 7th Avenue with Cape Adam Think Power, going to the Black Panthers for breakfast. That was on 136 or 137. Going around to the library, going up to the YMCA for the after-school program. So I didn't know. So I was like, oh man, if we go by ourselves, a man will touch you. She said, yeah. So I went to my cousin, and I remember his smirky, the incestor. I remember his smirky smiles before the incestor. And he looked at me and he said, you need me. You need me. And I was like, yeah, to go with us to the beach, but that's it. I didn't know they was all the incesting thing. I didn't know. So, he said, what you gonna do for me? I didn't know the ones that. So I said, boy, please. Boy, please. It's just going to the beach. So, I went to complain to my aunt. 1 minute, I said, why can't we go to the beach? We gotta stay here the whole time. Why can't me and my, at the time Joni and that, why can't we just like catch the bus and go to the beach? She said she can't do that. Because if you're by yourself, a man will get you. So in my head I'm saying, I was by myself for whole school years in the freaking home. Hell, I done stepped over more junkies than people I passed in South Carolina. What are you talking about? So then, we heard, I remember hearing in church, how important it is for a man, a woman, to have a man because the man will protect her. So I hadn't started being incested yet. So I'm like, protect from who? I would live in Harlem. When somebody got into a fight or shot or assaulted somebody and the cops came through the tenement, we all sat on the stoop. We had to get out the building. When it was clear, they said go back in. I was sitting there by myself. I had no idea what they was talking about. Men attack you if you're by yourself. So, I learned in church that a woman alone is asking for trouble. So I was like, by then, I'm like 15 or 16. I was like, a woman alone is asking for trouble? I couldn't understand. But then as I went along, and as I'm telling you now, I got it. That was bro code talk. You see, that's why when I always have a box cutter on me. You need to have a box cutter on you. Okay? If you can't unlife him, leave a blood trail so the police can go straight to their house. Carry some kind of. Y'all don't like transgender women, but I'm going to tell you something what I learned from transgender women. They have razors in their hair. Maddie got a little tuck-tuck. Okay? Martin always had something. Leave a trail of DNA. Make him that scar on his face that comes from the top of his head down to his nose. Remind him every day, stop fucking with women. So, it's bro code. What they were saying is, if you see a woman alone, attack her. If she doesn't have a man with her, attack her. Ain't that some shit? So that's why they do it. Because it gives them a right. That, I'm telling you, these cults, out of control. Out of control. attack her. Why? She didn't have a man with her. Well, you look at these stalkers and shit. Well, I was looking around and I saw she lived by herself. Let me tell you something. Before I was able to move someplace where I could get a dog, I done told y'all that before. Back in the day, the oven cleaners had lye in it. And I had my cans stashed around my place. You come in there. Also, you couldn't walk up on me because you would have to trip the door. Then you couldn't all the way open the door because there was all some shit behind the door. No, I on my windows. Tried to leave bottles and cans, so if you try to come through there, hell of a lot of noise going to be going on. Anyway, as ladies, y'all gotta stop. That's a bro code. They're saying this, they're teaching it in all the cults. If you see a woman alone, then it's okay. Because she need to have a man. They got box cutters big, box cutters small, box cutters slide up in your hand. I got the traditional, and when I go out, I put my hand in it when I walk. I learned that from New York. Put your hand in your pocket. People ain't gonna mess with you. They don't know what your hand is wrapped around. But that kind of just blew my mind. A woman, that's not easy. Well, she shouldn't work. Well, she gotta work. Well, you know, she can do little things. But, you know, nothing like what men do. Why? Because if a woman is around a lot of men, then things can happen to her. Bro code. Bro code. What he is saying is, if there is a woman around a bunch of men, I'm saying to you, pull out your box cutter. Slice the first hand that go to touch anything. Break the fucking bro code. Let them start saying, yeah, you can work around men because, please, the way they been slashing these men up around here, ain't nobody gonna touch you. That's the talk. But I know y'all don't got that in you. Because you're under code control. Y'all told to go home, cry, and give it to y'all deities. No. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 66 years. I'm telling you, get a box cutter. I have one. I keep one. I have pants with pockets and everything. You see my hand in my pocket? It's wrapped around something. I'm not playing with y'all. And though I'm old now and you don't want to have nothing to do with me, I'm doing it because I know you don't like me because I'm old. And the way man is raised, definitely on this penal colony, but on this earth, they do what they want. Why? Because another man's going to punish him. Why? And then another man's going to punish him. Why? And another man's going to punish him. It ain't happening. It's a bro code. On my podcast that I listened to, there was this man who annihilated his whole family, wife and children. When they did the obituary, The wife's name wasn't mentioned, and he was spoke of as being a loving and caring father, a friend, a brother, They never mentioned the wife's name. Oh, I forgot. She married him for eternity. So you see, that's another bullshit. I'ma marry you forever. So even when they unlife you, in their sick, twisted mind, they still married to you because they're gonna meet you down the way. Bullshit. Box cutters. They got thin ones. They got thick ones. I remember when we moved to Mount Vernon, and my daughter was going out. I said something. I was like, "Oh, do you have your like pepper spray or something?" I'm not playing with y'all. Oh, he's so nice. He wouldn't hurt me. He is on this earth. He is the most dangerous creature on this earth. Is man. How the hell are you gonna say, "Well, he wouldn't hurt me. He wouldn't hurt a fly. He'd stomp you and a damn fly." It's his nature. And sometimes I get so mad that you, especially in that cult, you raised me to tame a fucking monster? You better clean for him. If not, he'll unlife you. If you better make sure his food is cooked, or he'll be so mad he'll unlife you. You better make sure his floors are clean, because if his floors ain't clean, he'll unlife you. I'm like, so why you ain't preparing me to get the fuck away from him? Why are you preparing me to go into the lion's goddamn den? I didn't raise my daughter like that. I didn't raise her to walk in and be no goddamn lion tamer. No, oh shoot. Gosh darn. Lion tamer. I'm trying to get away from cult phrases. I didn't raise my daughter for that. She's got a whole life to live. Being punched around like a punching bag. Oh, he likes the labels to the left, and I forgot I took one and I put it to the right. And he slammed me against the wall, and he stopped me. But I understand. He was upset. That ain't me. Me and my box cutter would hit, and they order. And they order. Because he'd never be able to slam me again. But you see, whoo, you ladies, y'all ain't get it together. And I'm flipping and I'm jumping around the place, but I gotta go over to Soto. I got her and that Stern person, that Steven Sperman, poor little Madeline. Poor little Madeline, I know. I know what Madeline went through. I know. I can tell you, I ain't never had as much sex as a grown person as I had coming through this incestance. I can tell you that right now. Horrible. Nobody's going to believe you. You're going to ruin the family's name. No woman is going to stand up for you unless she's in a police uniform and you go to the police. But that mother, she was raised to have a man. Everybody was happy she had a man. And then I'm looking at Black Girls Unlost, which we're going to do all next week. I'm going to look at an episode of it, and then I'm going to talk about it next week. So y'all can check and see what's going on. She scrapped and pulled herself up. Got her a business. And then someone said, you need a man. You gotta have a man. You have to get a man. So she got a man. She said, this is our business. This is we. And this is we. And this is us. And this is us. And this is we. And the business was going good. And you know what happened, right? Because see, he had been in and out of jail the whole time. Before she met him. I mean, some serious shit. Attempted, all that kind of stuff. But everybody's happy she had a man. Well, black girls on loss means she was on life, did. And we're going to talk about it next week. I'm going to tell y'all some stuff. Them cults is telling you got to take in a man. You ain't got to take in these trash bags. Send them to the cult. Send them to the cult. Say, listen, Ray, come on, baby. Oh, we got to talk about a hobo relationship. Let's take our break. Whew, child, it's a lot. If I start walking, y'all, the game's gonna trip me up. Yeah. Hey, I think I got the camera a little better. Ah. Yeah, I said, come on, save your feet and toes. Swoosh it around. What up the mouth? Getting back to that poor little girl. I think her name was Madeline. I know her last name was Soto. I believe the mother was in a hobo-sexual relationship. Hear what I'm saying. Hobo. A hobo is a man that does not have a home. He has no place. Yeah, he can drop in on his mother and father. He can drop in on his sister and brother. But he has no home. So that hobo goes looking for a woman. Now, if your hobo is a pedophile, they're specifically looking for a woman who has children. And as I say all the time, I ain't mad. When I was 24, 25, when I met a man, they said, you got any children? I said, yes, I do. And if a man ever touch her, I will unlife him. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. That bullshit. Hobo. They don't have a home, so they cling to you. They use your dress, but you are so lonely because the cult says, and society says, you're not a woman unless you have the anchor of a man around your neck. So you'll take a hobo in and try to make him into a man that you want. He's a hobo. And if he's a hobo pedophile, he's just there for the kid anyway. But it's the cults. It's the cults. I know it is. I know it. The pressure that was put on me when everybody was getting letters from their boyfriends to their parents saying, I'd like to date your daughter. I'll protect her. She's with me. She's my main, all the bullshit. And then the parent would read it and say, okay, you can go out. They used to be tandem girls up in high school. They would beat them like rag dolls. And the boy said, I got the letter. I can do it. That's some cults, honey. That's some cults. So you find yourself in a relationship, you got a man. Because, I was going back to that letter. I had to get my letter from Thomas because if not, I was a lesbian. If you don't, in the cults, if you don't have a man beating on you and you loving it, now you can't like sex, but you can love a good beat, then you're not a woman. You're a lesbian. Per the cults. If you're not coy when they touch all over you, he just touched my breast, then you're a lesbian. If you say, you got one more time to reach over here, and you just gonna pull back a wrist, because that hand gonna be on the floor, then you're a lesbian. But you say, you always touching my butt, then you're not a lesbian. So, she has a man, she's working, and the family's happy because she has a man. Listen, I know enough about Hispanic culture that when John Camacho looked at me and said, before we got married, we're going to do this, this is great, I'm going to get a good job, you're going to go to college, you're going to go to Dubai, when you finish graduating, then you go to, and it was fine. The minute I said I do, and I went out and manifested me up a good job, should have been more specific, I got 4 to 12, it wasn't important anymore. See, the reason why I took the 4 to 12 shift, because he'd be at work, at school in the daytime, and then I could be at work at night. They would be at the babysitter, but she wouldn't have to be at the babysitter that long. Anyway, because John Camacho got the unlife you talk too, so I ain't got no words there. So when he said to me, well, you're making more than I'm making. And I said, yeah, that's the point, because you ain't going to have no job. You going to school. Well, I can have a wife that make more than me. I was sitting there, my mouth fell open. I was like, this wasn't the talk of the talk we had before. This wasn't it. We was building our staircase. Where did this come from? Now you can get another job. Even go back to bartending because I made less than him. I said, well, how are we going to make it? You don't make no real money. I don't make no real money. He said, we'll go to the church to get donations. Now I said to myself, John, you was the president of the youth NAACP, and you see me, an African American woman, standing in front of you. How is you telling me that I'm supposed to make myself poor because of your hard feelings, because of your cult teaching and upraising, and I'm supposed to follow you around and we ain't got no money and I ain't got nothing? So when you decide to stomp me out, I ain't got a quarter to call nobody. You better call and ask somebody. That ain't me. Needless to say, I know how to get rid of him, because I listened to all of his I don't like and all his don't like. I did, and he got his ass out of there. That ain't this kind of party. I ain't keeping you around because we got married like a year ago. This is what we was working for this point. You ain't had a green card, nothing. You couldn't get no damn job. But instead of us lifting each other up, your thing is to bring me down? Because I found a job to sustain us with health care benefits and all. I was in 1199 union. Whew. Ain't that some shit? So, no. I wasn't going to keep him around and bring me down. He wasn't going to alienate me, make me broke and drag me somewhere. I was hustling when he met me. What do you think I'm a... Anyway. So, that's how it is then. So if I was a good Spanish woman, we'd have been broke as hell living in that old ass car, going to the Catholic charities for donations. He'd have been as happy as crap, beating the shit out of me. I wouldn't have no one I can go to. Because I know my family said she done lost her whole damn mind. And now, they taking the kids. Who protects the kids but the mothers? They breaking down the woman, these stinking, filthy, disgusting cults. Ugh. 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 Like, this is what I want to tell you. The dog is going crazy. I hear it banging at the door. I know it ain't for me because anybody who knows me, we have a saying, call before you come. So I hear this knocking. The door's going crazy. I'm like, wait a minute. So I look through the peephole. I said, why are you on my porch? My daughter's porch. He said, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. What the hell does that mean to me? I didn't say it to him. I just said to him, why are you on my porch? Well, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I want to talk to you. I said, get off my porch. And if you don't get off my porch, I'm going to call the cops to remove you. See, I love my dogs. So I wasn't going to turn the dogs out on them so they can bite him and then they put my dog to sleep. I ain't doing that. What you want to tell me? That if I go with y'all 440, God damn it, more Jehovah. Listen, keep your trash to yourself. If your Jehovah was so powerful, he don't need you to come to my door. He can come through the damn door itself. Stay off my porch. Stay out of our life. Take your bullshit someplace else. You're pedophiles. You're degraders of women. Oh, come join us. So these elder men that's well versed in pedophilia, SA, abuse, can judge you and tell you what to do. Come with us. You need a man to tell you what to do. No. 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 I've taken their advice under counsel, but they ain't have tell me what to do. You know they'd love to kick me down in that Bible belt, honey. Cousins dropping in and out to incest me. Running around with cousins' babies. And they say, oh, she came from New York. And she nasty. And she terrible. And them breastises just get men to come over and jump on her. I looked at them, I was like, ha ha. Me, my ancestors, and definitely my mother said, nah, bitches. This ain't the way this party going. I graduated, I got the hell up out of there. Don't let nobody tell you you need a man. It's the bro code. Well, a woman shouldn't be by herself out at night. That's bro code talk. That means if you see a woman out at night, attack her. You're not listening. Get a box cutter. They say pepper spray, they get close enough on you that the police can follow the trail of blood home. Swish, swish. Swish, swish. And then they'll say, oh, that girl walked by herself? I know she got a razor. I ain't gonna go over there and mess with her. She'll cut me every which way but loose. That's the talk we need to be hearing. Not the bro code talk. Which is cult bullshit. I can't understand. A woman cannot be alone. I was like, why? Well, because the man will come get her. Why would a man come get me? Because I'm this alone. Bro code talk. If you see a woman alone, get them. I got a box cutter. When you see me alone, take your chances. Take your chances. But I assure you, the trail of blood, the police, they can have coffee, tea, they ain't even got to rush right out. Because they'll catch you at the door. But you'll be empty of blood. Ladies, stop this. Stop this. Stop this. Stop this with these men. No. When I said no, I mean no more. I was so proud of my daughter when she went to live with her dad. And we was talking. And I said, you know, somehow we was talking about being in the house full of men. She said, oh, Mommy, I always had my kitchen knife with me when I was with Daddy. I said, you did? She said, oh, yeah, everybody knew. Everybody knew I carried a knife. They was like, oh, crazy day with the knife. I was so proud. I was so proud. No, they ain't mess with her. But I was in the cult. By then, by the time the ancestors started, I'd been maybe 2 years already in, talking about how vile women are, disgusting, and all they can do is just have sex and make babies and all kind of low, and all the problems of the world is that they just a lot, child. That I spared my daughter. That I spared my daughter, honey. Yeah, I feel good. I was 26. I was out there by myself, dealing with the most dangerous criminal the most dangerous human breathing mammal on the planet is man. Not ladies, man. Honey, if his third leg is hard, he will do anything to make it not hard anymore. Even unlifing you. He'll deal with everything afterwards. He will deal with everything afterwards. They even got the little, the box cutters, little thin one, almost the size of this little thing. You can slide it in there, you know, go whoosh, whoosh. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta do better. Y'all letting me, whoo. And I said, why would you raise me to be this animal tamer? Why would you? His mama can't tame him? His daddy can't tame him? And you raised me to be with him? Why you can't raise me? Why you couldn't raise me to be me? And to be, my mother said, wash your clothes. My grandmother said, wash your clothes because you want your clothes clean. Yeah, you want your clothes clean. But what man gonna want you if you can't wash his clothes? I like cooking because I like eating. What was that? How you gonna keep a man if you can't cook for him? I was like, I'm trying to cook for me. Ladies, I always wanted to do a show where I would take the songs from the 60s and the 70s and show you the stalker songs. Y'all remember that song, Stay in My Corner? Oh man, it's so old. You know what? YouTube gonna do what YouTube gonna do. Y'all remember that? If you stay in my corner. And then he does that long stay. Stalker song. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One for good luck. Stalker song. I can't live if living is without you. Stalker song. Maybe I was gonna do a podcast, but you gotta pay all this kind of stuff. It ain't happening, and I'm too old anyway. But that was a good thing. So when we can listen to it, that when that man says that, I can't breathe without you. Run. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one for good luck. Now I don't know that Madeline Soto thing. I don't know anything. I just know about protecting the child because I had a daughter and I protected my daughter and everyone told me that's a good way to do it. You can't be threatening men if they do something to your daughter. And listen, I'm standing at 66. I'm freaking vindicated. I am vindicated, honey. Let's get these numbers. Because I was right. Y'all run around here, oh, he'll never touch my daughter. I was like, I know you will. Because you're a man. You're a man. They have told you that you're God. And that you can do anything you want. So yes. Not only would you, oh, did I use the word rape? Oh my goodness. S.A. Not only will you S.A. my daughter, you'll S.A. me, you'll cut us up, you'll, all of the above. I ain't like y'all. Oh, he wouldn't do that. By nature. That is the beast. The beast is that man. We've been married for 25 years. Yeah, I know y'all don't share the same room. Y'all need to tell the truth about your marriage. He in the basement and you upstairs. Oh, we've been together about 50 years. He in the garage and you on the second floor. Y'all. $12. Okay, I'm going to make a new 12 because I don't know why this is to the top. 12. We just had a 12. I think every time I shook the bag, a 12 came out. I'm going to make a new 12. I'm going to make a new 12. I got the thing in the mark over there. I'm going to make a new 12. 39. Alright, I'm not going to do any, I'm not going to jump to any conclusions. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to wait till Tamika tells me what it means. The 12 is back. Now we got the 39s. The 9 is coming back. So, let's see. I'm almost scared to pull another number. One. Number 1. Am I supposed to show it to y'all? No, not really. Number 1. Okay. $56. Ooh, we only got 2 more weeks to put numbers. Next week, I think, man, 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the way up to 31. Oh, I think this is a 31. Ooh. 45. I think the 5s are good. Okay, 45. Okay. I think the 5s are good. I'm feeling the 5s. I think 5s are good. 5 is our friend. Our friend is 5. So 12, 39, 1, 56, 45, 50. 3 5s. 3 5s. 3 5s. Wow. I gotta wait to see what Tamika says. I'm feeling some kind of way, y'all. 12, 39, 1, 56, 45, and 50. Hey, y'all. Thanks for coming on the walk. Hit the like button. I know I don't say that a lot. I should be like Clyde Diva said. Please hit the like. Thanks for coming on the walk. And tomorrow we'll let you know what Tamika says. Thanks for coming on the walk. Have a good evening.